All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol HYLN, Hyliion Holdings Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So, Hyliion Holdings Corp here is actually on a bullish run. And when we look at this a little bit more spread out, it's fighting to get back to those highs and stay above it, but it quite can't do that. It actually broke above it, but it always fell back down. It just recently broke above it in the last 2 hours, and now it fell back down to about 26.50. The highest point reached was 26.88. So this is a very important number right now for Hyliion. But when you really zoom out in the bigger picture of things, it has been falling into a bearish, trajectory for about almost a whole entire month, and since the beginning of November for almost a whole month it's been working its way up. Now it fell down quicker than it's been rising, but when you look at it through the ups and downs, it's in an upward direction. So if the bulls continue to pull through resistance levels, fight through every time they fall below the 50-day moving average and get back above it, this could continue to hit newer highs and continue the bullish trajectory, which it has been doing. But it's struggling to break through that 26.88 mark, which is probably one of the most important numbers right now because it's the highest point that the bulls reached. But resistance was broken through. The 50-day moving average continues to stay below at 25.50. I'd write that down. As long as we're above it, we're in bullish territory. The moment we're below it, we are in bearish territory. So let's go ahead and move our resistance to its new location based off the last couple hours of the day, and then also our support here based off of one of the lowest points before that slight recovery again. And then I'm going to talk about this a little bit broader and a little bit more narrow. So today it hit a newer high. Now it's having trouble breaking through that 26.88 mark, but the highest point reached today was up here at 27.30. So that's the new high. Now that needs to be broken through, but before that gets accomplished, the bulls are going to have to break through and maintain themselves above that 26.88 mark. Now we're at 26.50, and the lowest point reached in that sideways movement was 25.71. So that's kind of a midway point between this support and the 50-day moving average, so you can keep that in mind. Now, our resistance is 27.13. The bulls need to break through that to continue this momentum and not have the 50-day moving average catch up to the price. So I want to emphasize to all investors, 27.13 does need to be broken through, turn into a support so that the bulls can continue to work their way up to newer highs, new resistance levels, and pull further away from the 50-day moving average and work their way up deeper into bullish territory. Now, on the other hand, we have what the bears want. And the bears want to break through support, which is 25.88. If that gets broken through, this could be on its way closer to the 50-day moving average. You have that small window between 25.88 and 25.50 to see how the stock is reacting. How quickly is it moving to newer lows? Or are the bulls trying to reappear in that area and stop it from going any lower to bring it back up? Now, if the bulls do reappear, keep in mind that this is probably one of the most important resistance levels still for them to break through, which is 27.13, and turn that into a support so they can break away. But if this support does get broken here, pay close attention to the behavior, and if it breaks through the 50-day moving average, you have another small window here to pay close attention to, which is the lowest point before this actually broke through the 50-day moving average and worked its way up to these highs, and it's down here at this support of 25.06. You can watch the behavior of the stock at that point and see if the bulls are actually bringing this back up anywhere in that area, or are the bears on their way getting deeper into bearish territory and bringing this one down to newer support levels and newer lows. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out. See for yourselves. And my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.